Hi guys, it's Leanne with Leanne's Little Book Nook. I'm an Usborne consultant and I am going to show you some of the great books that we have for kind of your preschoolers and early learners. By no means is this all that we have. Our catalog is massive and there are some really great ones, but I just wanted to show you a few of our favorites. So the first ones I'm going to show you are some of our first word books. Okay. So these are great for just learning the first words about things. So this one's about me and goes to name parts of the body, my face and body, what I can do, things I wear, and things in the home. So it goes through just learning words for everyday things, what I eat and drink, what I feel. So lots of good ones in there. So that's just one in the series. There's also my first word book on the farm. So names a whole bunch of the farm animals, wild animals, foods from the farm, things you might see in the farmyard, and goes on things that go, some of the machinery and vehicles, and the hen house, the vegetables. So it's a good introduction to a lot of the things you would find on the farm. Noises on the farm. That one's always a fun one. And then at the end of the book, it gets them to name the pictures. We've also got Poppy and Sam's first word book, okay, from our very popular Farmyard Tales series. These ones are paper pages, however, so a little less durable. Gives the characters on the farm and then starts naming the different animals and things, okay, in different parts of the farm. So this one's really awesome. All illustrated by Stephen Cartwright. Okay. The next one that I think is really great for any young family is about manners, because I know I have a 2.5-year-old who is starting to push the boundaries with manners and needs to learn about them. So these would be great for preschoolers or your elementary age kids. And it gives them a whole story about the important manners, and what kinds of things to do. Okay, so it goes through her school manners. This one is also available in French. The next one are my first books. So this is my first science book. Okay, they are like a thinner cardboard page, so still quite durable. And this one is all about what science is and things you might learn about in science. So things like animal life, the world of plants, about our world, space. So it's a good introduction to a lot of different science topics, which I find a lot of kids are naturally curious about, weather and seasons, and so on. So we have science, my first outdoor book, okay, all about what to wear to go out, what you might see, again, things to do with weather, going to the beach, things you might find, rainy days. So again, those thicker pages that are a thinner cardboard, not a full board book, but thinner. Those are really great for your kids who you always want to expose them to more about the world. The next one is our Lift the Flap series, and these are all concept based. So this one is a word book. Okay. And it has fun little flaps that lift up. So for example, this one's on the farm. You can open the little flap and has the name donkey. Okay, so flaps are super engaging for kids. And then this one has the words, and underneath the flap is the picture. So they can start tying the print to the actual thing in real life and pictures of them. Okay, so my body and clothes, outdoor words, on the beach, the bedroom. Okay, so again, developing vocabulary. So we've got word book in that one. We've got opposites, which is a really key skill for kids to understand. We've got colors. There are numbers and letters ones. I just don't happen to have those handy. So those are all really great. The colors one is always awesome. So you can match different things to different colors. So who's brown and furry in the pink wagon? So they have to find the pink wagon, and then when they open it up, they'll see a bear's in there. Find these in the forest and say what color each one is. So a fox, so they have to find it, and they have to tell you what color it is. So they have to look through the different flaps here. So for example, I open this one up. There's the fox, and he is orange. Okay. The next ones I want to show you for a preschooler are our questions and answers series. There's actually a 3-part series to these ones. So we have the very first questions and answer series. Okay, and this is why do we need a potty? Again, there, lift the flap. Okay, so all these questions that our little ones are asking all the time, okay, we can open up and they give us more information. What's a potty for? And it tells us in there. This one's great for potty training, which is happening in my house right now. Okay, this one's also great. Favorite, what is poo? This one goes out of stock a lot because it's so popular. So if you're seeing this and want it and it's out of stock, let me know and I'll put you on a list to let you know when it comes back. The next one, which are slightly bigger, are our first questions and answers. So this one's how do animals talk? And again, lots of flaps to lift to answer the questions. And to be honest, there are things in these books that I have learned that I didn't know. For example, in the What is Poo, did you know that blue whales have pink poo? I didn't know that until I read that book. Okay, and it talks, this one talks about their markings and what they mean. Some animals can talk with smell. And what are they saying? Then the third one is just the questions and answers. Lift the flap. This one's our very popular dinosaur one. Okay, and again, has different questions, and lift the flaps to find the answers. So how, so these are all what questions. And then, so for example, what's the biggest dinosaur bone ever found? And it tells you right here. So super engaging, and they're sturdy, fairly thick board pages, so they're quite durable. Okay, so this is all about dinosaurs. So those are the 3 levels, okay, of the questions and answers series. Then I love our big book series. As a math teacher, this big book of numbers is probably one of my absolute favorites. The reason I love it so much is, aside from the vivid, beautiful, bright pictures, is that it's not just teaching kids what the number, how to say the numbers and what they are, it's making connections to what those numbers relate to in real life. So, for example, if we skip to, say, the number 3, okay, it tells you some interesting facts about the number 3. So, for example, triangles are strong shapes for building the Eiffel Tower Eiffel Tower contains lots of them, and tri means 3. Wishes come in 3s. What would your 3 wishes be? This box has 3 dimensions: width, length, height. Okay, so it goes through all the numbers up to 12, I believe. So there's an example of 7, 8, 9, 10. I love the page of 11 because it has a lot of Canadian content in it. Yeah, we've got the poppies, we've got the Canadian flag. The maple leaf on the Canadian flag has 11 points. On the 11th of November each year, over 50 million people wear red paper poppies for Remembrance Day. Remembrance Day marks the end of World War I on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918. Okay, so then it goes to 12. The other thing I love about them is they have dot collections. Okay, so, and then at the very back it has bigger numbers. So it just picks some of the bigger numbers and tells you something. So 52 cards in a pack. Number 13. Many hotels go straight from the 12th to the 14th floor because 13 is considered unlucky. Age 13 is when you first become a teenager. It has the number 365 days in a year, so it gives them some context of number. So I love this big book as a beginning one. Then we have the big book of ABCs, same idea. Goes through the letters of the alphabet and gives you some great connections to that letter and its sounds. Other things that start with those letters: anaconda, alpaca, asteroid. Okay, so they're just absolutely gorgeous books. The other one that I don't have to show you that I absolutely love is the Big Book of Colors. It's absolutely stunning, great for teaching colors and playing like I Spy, matching, that kind of thing. Beautiful. Then we have Big Book of English words. We have Big Book of French words, Big Book of Spanish words. There's several languages. Again, kind of those sturdy board pages. And again, it's just giving the words of things. Okay. Which I find a lot of kids at preschool age, that's what they want to know. They want to know what the names of things are. So these books are awesome. We have the Big Book of Nursery Rhymes, another beautiful one. Okay, and it has a QR code on the back where you can scan to hear the tunes in case you've forgotten how they go. And so like, do you know the Muffin Man, Pat a Cake? Okay. These are all great for developing rhyming and rhythm. Okay. Jack and Jill, Humpty Dumpty, and so on. So those are kind of our big books, and then we have kind of the next level of big books, which are more topic based. So like dinosaurs, for example, and these are paper pages. Okay. Have lots of great information, and they come out with these big fold out pages that are like so big. I just love to fold them out and lay on the floor and read them all. So if you have kids who are into dinosaurs, this one goes into a lot of the different names and how big they are. Sometimes they go into a double page like this. They're just really, really awesome. Here's another one, big fold out one that we have. See, they're just awesome. So we've got lots of different topics. So these ones we've got like Big Book of Dinosaurs, Big Book of Big Tractors, Big Book of Bugs and Butterflies, lots of really cool ones. And then finally, a couple more of my favorites. Count to 100, another beautiful number book. So it goes all the way up to 100, and again, it gives connection. So 5 shows 5 hot air balloons. If we skip ahead to say 30, there's 30 animals here. And then 40. So once we get up into the tens, it just counts by 10. 50. and so on. Okay. And then this one is really cool. All the words you need to know before you start school. So it gives them a good, well-rounded vocabulary to go back to start school. It gives them an idea of things they're going to see in the classroom, what the days at school would be like. Again, these are a board page, I guess cardboard page I should say. They're not a full board page, but they're quite thick. Things to eat and drink again. So lots of different things. So if you're looking for books for your preschoolers or even your kinders, grade 1, 2, these are great books, and they are durable, they will last, and your kids are just going to love them. So if you're interested in any of these, just give me a holler.